on schedule.
Going live. Alrighty.
Let me pull it up Twitch on my phone so I can see if anybody's saying
It's
anything.
YouTube, not Twitch.
Oh shit, that's right, that's right.
But
Good.
that's
I
fine.
can't stand you, Twitch.
Um, all right, we are live. I'll just go ahead and do a little hey. Here we are. In Discord, it's gonna mess up your little window there for a second, but
That's okay.
Everyone, we're live, and
Go.
this full screen, and look at that,
Lovely.
rocking
No
and
spoilers, though.
rolling. We got all the cool people showing up right away. Dan's here. Some
Look
guy
at
named
that.
Cole Ferret's
I don't
here.
know who that is.
Jordan showing up.
Look at that.
Excellent. Alrighty.
The VBL-S family is here in force. We love to see that.
So we'll go ahead and let's just start talking about this match here. We got 8 to get through. And
Yeah, we gotta we gotta try to stick to some kind of schedule.
we gotta do a little bit of chugging. So you put this bit together, and I've
Yes.
done all the technical stuff. So why don't you talk about these matchups a little bit?
So, I just kind of looked at all the matches we have on deck tonight, seeing kind of what I think is important. So, green box is obviously the most important pieces, and the yellow is kind of supporting pieces that I think could make an impact. So, from Tay's side, I think this match really comes down to resting speed control right off the bat, and I think Booster Screamtail is probably the best way to do that right here. And then Mammothswine and Infernape have really good offensive potency into this team, with a secondary kind of Hydreigon Thunderous there into the back. Because Tay's team has a lot of powerful pieces, and I think Screamtail enabling them is going to be the name to victory here. But of course, Lackey's going to be either trying to flip the speeds or try to set up. I would say probably Rain is more likely than Electric Terrain, which is just a lot harder to make work, and especially with stuff like Mammothswine that just kind of shuts that down. I think Lackey's going to be trying to either flip the speeds right off the bat with Mouse Hold for Rigoraph, or try to do some kind of Prankster Riolu Rain stuff, and then pick 2 of your 3 Rain Sweepers, right? Probably Floatzel and Beartic before Overquill for this particular matchup. But
Makes sense
those
to
are
me,
my
yeah.
thoughts.
I mean, VGC is a speed matters format, and Tay and Lackey both have we want to be going first type of teams, right? Big heavy hitters with Beartic and Jugulus and Wave Crash Floatzel and Mouse Hold and stuff like that. And I mean, Tay's got basically 6 mons that he's brought most weeks. The occasional Ditto or Clawitz or something like that, right? But it's mostly these top 3, bottom 2, and then like one of these most of the time. But let's go ahead and see what we got for this first match. Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Alrighty. Okay,
Is
so
that a Spite Ops I see?
that does look like it's a Spite Ops. And
This is Ditto.
all right, so yeah, no Ditto. We do have the no Mouse Hold. We've got Prankster Riolu in
that's really interesting. So Lackey must be really, really confident in being able to set up their speed control, which against, I mean, I guess Tave's only real way to stop that is Infernape from a fake out kind of way, but I don't know. If this was me, I would bring Mousehold because I'm just scared of all these big nukes on the other side.
So, yeah, four big nukes,
right?
Spite Ops and Screamtail. All right, let's take a look and see how this starts here. We got a lot of battles to get through.
Yeah. First match of the night. So we see a Riolu lead, pretty expected. Floatzel, makes sense.
Right, so we're looking at probably a Rain lead here.
Oh, a double up. That's
brutal
a fast Thunderous. And no priority
deleted.
from Riolu either.
Yeah, nothing at Prankster speed either.
Yeah.
Not sure.
To me, that would have been a Rain Dance, Covert Cloak, Floatzel kind of turn, but I guess not. Maybe like he's got something else up his sleeve.
Yeah, we'll see. Ice Punch, just going
That's
for damage.
a
Life
Life
Orb
Orb
Riolu.
Riolu.
Okay.
Love that. All right,
And
we're going to
then,
your ground.
all right.
Faint,
So we see a
best move in the
feint
game.
says, yeah, don't even. I mean, no, no protect, but it's also going to break any focus sash
Right.
on
That
the Infernape.
means Infernape is probably dying this turn, unless they pull out some
Seems like it. Yeah,
Grassbot shenanigans.
I don't know what either of these two mons are going to do to one shot the Terra Ground Jugulus.
Right.
So
I
probably
think
going to get to do something here.
Infernape
Yeah,
is
just
definitely the right target here.
soaks that up, and yep, Infernape goes down. So
Eats that for dinner.
a trade of Floatzel for Infernape on those first two turns. Lackeys
Pretty good.
use their Terra. Thundurus is
Yeah.
pretty low, and Riolu kind of scary, right? Faint,
That's yeah,
Life Orb.
70% from a ice punch is crazy. That's got to be near max invested.
Yeah, Oh, it doesn't get Iron Fist, so it might still just be Prankster. Could be Inner
I would
Focus,
imagine it has to be Prankster.
but
Oh, Inner Focus could be nice too.
yeah. So we got Booster Speed, and the Mamo comes in. Bullet Punch, not doing much, but not doing none either.
20% against the Scream Tail's not too bad.
Riolu's going to go down. Dark Punch doing very little there. And we do get the Quark Drive speed. So it is going to be, well,
Still
probably not
probably
even.
slower.
Yeah, Screamtail's still
Yeah.
probably going to be going faster. Because like, if you're bringing Booster Screamtail, it's to outspeed your
Right. I'm sure
Booster
that's
Jug on the other
exactly
side, right?
speed. Right.
So
What does Pincurchin do? I think it shows up and dies.
I mean, it sets Electric Surge. It lets Iron Jugulus use another item, I guess. But
Right.
oh yeah, Jordan pointing out very likely Thundurus's Scarf there. Yep, Pincurchin
Yeah, for sure.
just dies
Oh,
and
I think
Encore
that's game.
into Protect. And we're probably gonna go to game 2 here, unless
Don't watch
something
this,
crazy
Jordan.
happens.
Don't look.
But yeah, and then there's a 3-1
All right. So
in Tay's
Lackey
favor.
had a good start, but then around turn 3 or 4, it just kind of collapsed. But I definitely think that the way that started shows that they have the tools on this team to deal with these big threats.
Yeah, with
Riolu is
two
probably one
Mons
of them.
getting just knocked out without getting to actually do anything, I think something has to change on Lackey's end here for sure. But I mean, and basically what needs to change is Pincurchin and the two other Pokemon need to click on moves also.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So
Let's
let's
and Riolu got stuff done. So maybe the other two mods he brings can get stuff done.
sound off and rock and roll here. So game
Right,
2,
Choreograph.
switching
nice
up. Yeah, to a pretty safe Trick Room lead, I would say.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of Choreograph. That is the
Yeah.
best Trick Room setter possibly.
I think that makes Iron Jugulus a little less likely to come if we're thinking setting up Trick Room and we know it's booster speed. Although
Right, this feels
fast is relative, and it would still be going before Screamtail. So
that's true. Yeah, but this to me feels like a Bear Tick, and I couldn't. Besides Bear Tick, I can't really figure out what I think the fourth would be. It could just be a Jugulus after Trick Room. But
yeah,
let's see.
something to clean up, maybe Jugulus or Floatzel. But another
sense.
Terra Ground. Thundurus once again gonna be locked into an electric move versus a ground type here, and
Charge does a whole bunch of
it
damage.
takes it down to a sash, and the Trick Room does go up.
All right,
Here
Spite
comes the
Ops comes in.
bug.
Is this the dedicated Trick Room answer? It looks like it is.
Very well could be.
All right, we'll switch.
So yeah, Volt Switch into the Pincurchin. Thundurus gets to come out. Mamo comes in.
Pincurchin showing off its lovely move pool.
Pretty significant damage on that.
Yeah, I think a double up
on that hit.
I'm sure Choreograph can
And
do
the-
that with like a hyper voice.
Yeah, and the defense drop means it's not getting to do more than one thing, right?
Mhm.
Pretty much regardless. So
It's a pretty sizable leech life, and we have a Terra Blast. Love to see it.
there goes that. Thundurus tears into water.
Ally Switch. I didn't even know Choreograph learned that.
Oof. My other favorite move, Ally Switch. Love that one.
Wow.
Oof.
Another turn of Thunderous not doing anything.
Just
Unfortunate.
how's that scarf feeling right now, Tay?
Yeah.
Just
But
not
Spite
awesome,
Up's
right?
showing up in a big way here. Oh, high jump kick.
Big damage
Holy,
with that life
there's
orb.
that's crazy. And then we have a faint
And
guaranteed KO here,
yep,
right? So
faint, and then something into this Spite
anything.
Ops.
I think
The
Blacky's got this wrapped up.
yeah, the trick room is over, and I think we're probably going to go to a game 3 here in a 2v1.
Yeah,
Yeah, just play it super safe,
that's gotta
get
be.
some
Let's see. Are
damage.
we?
That makes
It
sense.
is inner focus. That's awesome.
Nice. Didn't even have to bother with the feint, and
Right.
then just
It was just
2v1
a
into the
that's a
Spite
power
Ops.
move. You know what? Spite Ops actually has a. It's funny when I was looking at this matchup, I was considering drawing a yellow box around Spite Ops because like it's good into Farigiraf and it's with the slowest, pretty much the slowest thing on Tay's team. So like I thought there was a non-zero chance that Spite Ops showed up this game, and I mean it put in a little bit of work. Let's see how Tay adjusts to the trick room. Is there going to be any
Yeah.
support shenanigans from Screamtail? Right?
So if I'm Tay in this situation, I'm thinking, I don't I don't care about speed control anymore. I'm gonna do giant damage on turn 1 regardless. I'm gonna kill something that both Pokemon can't Terra ground,
Right.
and see if I can just be in a good advantageous position and try to play from like a 4v3 or something like that.
Right. If this Thunderous shows up again on lead in its Terra Water, I could see Terra Blast realistically showing up, so you're not blanked by Terra Ground. So if you get
Sure.
that call out right, that's like an instant game-winning move if you hit the Farigiraf if it's trying to go for Trigger Mount.
Yeah, we have only seen electric moves out of the Thunderous so
We've
far.
only seen two, right?
Yeah,
Thunderbolt, and Volt Switch.
Thunderbolt and Volt Switch. So
Yeah. So I gotta say Terra Blast and probably Bleak Wind.
Farigiraf and Floatzel here.
All right,
this
let's see what we
time.
got.
So just
Going
a
into
straight switch.
Bertic. Dragon.
A third electric type move.
Wow. Okay, I think
Icicle
we're
Crash,
playing in
pretty
Trick
big
Room.
damage, and we're just playing in Trick Room. Yep.
All right. Good luck, Tay. So I think. Okay, yeah, that's a very smart protect. But Lackey
That's
reads it.
nice damage. That's the kind of that's the kind of double up you kind of need into a Screamtail. It's
Right.
just so crazy bulky.
Mhm.
But
Wow, that was a great turn from Lackey. See the gleam.
playing
negligible
pretty
chip.
safe,
Nice
trying to
damage.
disable
Alright,
the Icicle
that fair?
Crash.
Is that Beartick Iron Ball? Because Spite Op's slower than Beartick.
Oh yeah, it must be, or a power item.
That's
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what we love to see in the playoffs. This is awesome.
The unsuccessful disable. So Tay just decides, well, a dead Beartix is also a disabled Beartick. So
That's true.
just killing it, and in a decent position here. Yeah, Gleam is disabled.
Okay, I was
So-
hoping it'd be Pincurchin. Are we seeing Disquake? Nope. But
Not much damage there.
odds into. But we get the defense drop.
Yep.
Could be helpful.
Finishes
but
off the Screamtail,
I don't foresee Pincurchin moving it again.
and yeah, it's going to be
Oh, hey,
big
there's a
damage into
non-electric
the Floatzel. Pincurchin
Oh,
dies. Floatzel
brutal
dies,
And I think Tay has this in the bag.
and it's a 3v1.
Dang. Farigiraf's
Just-
a great mom, but
Spread moves forever. Earthquake, Dark Pulse. Excellent.
all
Well
right,
done
that is-
to Lackey and Tay.
And I think I feel like this is it's an accomplishment to take a game off Tay, and I feel like Tay didn't lose. Did he lose any sets, any games this season, or was it just 2-0s so far?
I'm not sure.
I looked at the doc and now I'm second guessing myself. I feel like it was just 2-0s, but either way, Lackey,
But,
great job, really creative sets, and if that game 3 had gone just slightly differently, we'd be having a big upset in the first game
So
of the
we can-
playoffs.
We can take a quick look at the pastes here, but
Yeah, let's see.
so Assault Vest there. Reflects we never saw out of the Screamtail.
Right,
Terra
so that
Steel.
yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't even have Terra Blast. Look at that. 3 electric
Yeah.
moves and Dark Pulse.
yeah. We did end up seeing all 4 throughout the course of it. We saw a Dark Pulse on that last turn.
That's right.
Last two attacks there.
Rocky Helmet, Poison, Hydreigon. That's interesting. That is I don't remember Lackey's team right off the top of my head, so I don't remember what that would be for, but that's a inspired set. I'd love to hear Tay's. Tay, if you're in the chat, what was the Rocky Helmet Hydreigon for?
Well, the
I gotta
mouse
know.
hold. Rocky helmet
Oh, duh.
on the mouse hold, right?
Duh. Okay, never mind.
Uh,
Don't waste your
your
typing.
typing fingers. All right,
And
and
it,
yep,
it was
it
Iron
was
Ball.
Iron Ball.
Love it.
Yep, we saw all four moves out of the Riolu.
Expert belt,
Expert
yeah.
belt is cool. Kind of gets ruined by the Terra Dragon on the Mamoswine and the.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
Uh,
Oh, it was Covert Cloak Floatzel. So if Riolu, that's a nice mix-up. Bait him into trying to fake out Riolu with the priority rain dance, but then Riolu still moves anyways, and then Floatzel does whatever Floatzel does. So I
yeah,
that's these. This is VBL-S, folks.
yeah. This is nice stuff. This is two cool teams and a fun 3-game set.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
How about the
so
first one with 3?
next up, we've got Purple Rain versus Steve. Steve, if I remember correctly, has not been loving the King Gambit. I think he's been saying it's not really his style of Pokemon, but I've been pretty impressed with it overall. I think he's doing pretty well with it.
Yeah, I think King Gambit's one of those Pokemon where even if it's not the most exciting, it just puts in work. So I understand not having the great time with it and just reluctantly getting KOs with it week after week. But I think in this particular matchup, King Gambit is pretty important. Obviously, you want to have a way to stop Basculegion from getting out of control because this is the physical version, so it's last respects hit quite a bit harder than on the special version, which I think is the male to female differences.
Yeah,
Um, Obviously, Purple has the Politoed, so that's a big player here. But one thing I did want to call out, I feel like this is an inspired thought I was thinking. Terra Rock Decidueye looks really good into Steve's team with grass fighting and rock, like Rock Tomb. That's its best option, but obviously that's a great move. It just
not
starts
bad. Yeah,
decimating Steve's team, and it starts resisting the things that it's weak to, particularly the Kilowattrel. If you hit it with a Rock Tomb, other things on Purple's team can outspeed that. So that's what I was looking at from Purple's side. But Steve, obviously, you have the King Gambit, you have the Kilowattrel, which loves to play in the rain, where it can start using Weather Ball and perfectly accurate Thunders. Appleton here looks particularly good as an endgame option, assuming you don't get Poison Heal stalled like Gliscor. And Gothorita is going to be big just so he can force things in if he wants to use Shadow Tag, trap him in unfavorable situations. But that's all I got. I'm not going to try to waste any more time. We got 7 more games to watch.
yeah.
7 more sets.
I have enjoyed watching a lot of Purple's games this season. It's just been a very fun team. It's one of the teams that I remember liking a lot in at the beginning of the season as well. And I mean, second overall, second seed. Well done.
Yeah,
So
let's
go ahead and take a look and see what we've got here. We've got Gliscor, Politoed.
Sandaconda
who do we not have?
We don't have King Gambit.
No King Gambit
What?
on Steve's side.
Wow. He really does hate that thing. All right, respect.
Yeah.
Let's see what we do without King Gambit.
So a pretty slow team on Steve's side, right? Like with the exception of the two on the left there, right? Chandelure and Kilowattrel, a pretty slow team. So I think just like the mid-speed Pokemon that Purple has are kind of going to be in a rough position no matter what, because either setting Trick Room or Tailwind is going to put Steve in a pretty advantageous position here.
Yeah, this seems like a Gothorita Chandelure lead. Go Trick Room, go hard, and then maybe Kilowattrel in the back. But we'll see.
Let's see what we got. We got Kilowattrel.
I'm wrong. Kilowattrel Chandelure.
Chandelure. And Jolteon Gliscor.
Jolteon.
So
Do you smell Disquake?
do I, or do you smell Terra Ice Jolteon one hit KOs all Kilowattrels as we learned last season, me versus Jace?
We'll find out shortly. I'm sure Chandelure can do a lot of damage here.
Nope, we get the Tailwind set up.
Yeah,
Just
I was just going to say it can delete Gliscor.
Whoa!
Wow, but a Shadow Ball of Jolteon
just
puts it
double
all
Shadow
away.
Ball, or Shadow Ball from each side, and then Kilowattrel's out of there after getting the Tailwind set up.
All right, Steve has a good first turn.
Steve's still in a
Terra is off
pretty
the table.
solid position, just a double switch.
All right, we got 2. Okay, Sucker
Terra
Punch.
Dark Sucker Punch. And
That's interesting.
0 damage there on that Appleton. Get the rain set up, and we're just
And back to Kilowattrel.
back switching. Ooh, that's so little damage off that
Hmm.
ice beam there. I
That is
realize
crazy,
Politoed's not the strongest Pokemon, but
but still,
4X, and it's not a weak Pokemon by any means.
yeah, that has to be Thick
But
Fat, right? But we see a
yeah,
Brave
for
Bird coming out
sure,
there,
for sure at
so
that point.
I think this Appleton might be
And a
leaving. Oh, never mind,
Decidueye,
Copaberry.
Cobra Berry to live it. Okay.
What are we seeing?
Apple
Apple
Acid,
Acid. All
big
right, well,
damage, and get the
Politoed's got to get out
Death
of here
Drop.
now. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, Steve's Mon's just kind of not putting out the necessary damage into this
Yeah, and he's
very good
Tailwind.
Terra Dark here.
Yeah, Tailwind's gone. That's got to be a Soul Vest with the type of damage that's
Yeah,
taken.
for sure, right? Yeah, Politoed says Weather Ball bye bye.
Leaf Blade does not get a crit, and we have an Agua Berry and
We do
Sand
get the
Sap.
weather changed, which is
Oh, look at
nice.
that. Weather
So
chip.
the
Huge.
yeah,
You got to be careful touching that snake.
but I mean now we've got the Jolteon. Oh, actually, this yeah, I think this Chandeler's got to be scarfed to be
Let's see.
going before the Jolteon on turn one here.
Was it?
Yeah,
Go
it did.
back up to turn one?
Yeah.
But there was Tailwind turn one, right?
Oh, right, it was Tailwind. That's what it was. Not.
Okay.
Yeah, not Scarf.
So maybe Scarf Kilowatt, but
Yeah.
let's see.
So protect.
Right.
And yeah,
It's
just
Sandaconda versus the
deletes
world.
it.
Oh,
And
unfortunate prediction.
rough
Well,
there.
Politoed might just have to
Jolteon.
be relying on. Okay, I think Ice Beam probably does it from here.
Yeah,
So it
but
might
I
be
would think
Weather
so,
Ball.
right? Yeah.
Right. All right.
There we go.
Good start. If Steve had called that turn differently, where Politoed protected, I could see that being a Steve victory. That was a really close set.
Yeah, if the high horsepower kills the Jolteon, it's still at like what, like 60% or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, that would have been, yeah, a whole Jolteon attack. It didn't have to take. It would have, yeah, but would have
Right.
been a much higher percentage. Could have maybe lived that ice beam and taken that first game, but the frog stands at the end, and
Politoed is
purple takes that first one.
Politoed will always be.
Goes
All right.
to
What
1-0.
adjustments do you foresee here?
So I just don't think Steve brought enough damage to that game.
Yeah, it's a very passive selection of mons that he chose. Maybe we have like a body press pro pass that could do some pretty significant chunk. 'Cause that thing's got
Yeah,
some
particularly he saw that Terra Dark on the Decidueye. Could be all right. Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's on purple to just
keep it
stay
up.
the course
Keep
and
the pressure.
keep it up.
All right, so we have Gotharita. All right, are we going to see Frisk or is it Shadow Tag? It is Shadow Tag, most likely, unless it's competitive.
Yeah,
Which I don't see you bringing here.
which doesn't seem super likely, right? So yeah, we're gonna fake out the Decidueye. Volt Switch doing very
That's
little.
one way to get out of. Oh no,
as
is
you
it going to
would
be?
expect.
All right, Coil.
Okay.
All right, Steve does not take the bait on the Jolteon. Coil is big and
Terra Dragon.
Yeah. Still got that nasty ice weakness, but with all these defense boosts, you're kind of hoping you either don't get crit,
Yeah.
flinched, or or defense drop from that. But
Yeah,
that is the
and
most.
so many good resistances in that dragon typing that, like, I mean, now your water, your electric, like, it's just lots of
Yeah.
nice stuff there. And yeah, we're gonna get the sand up.
All right, this is a good spot.
Yeah, this is
Arrows again,
Nice.
being just an insane move.
just saying. Coil doesn't matter. Coil doesn't matter. Not much
do
damage
it.
there, even at times to attack. And the third triple arrow is still not enough to kill it, and
Yeah.
it goes down.
Stone
Hitting
Edge
with
doing
your
50
stone
is
edges.
Huge.
And the snake does finally go down. Politoed comes in, is going to change the weather. And
Right,
we've got
nice.
2 turns of Trick Room left. Yeah, and we're just going to see. Like,
What is this going to do? Is this
presumably
gonna be
this is Sand Force, right? If
I didn't even know I
if
had that as a
Sandaconda is coming
Yeah, maybe.
as our budget weather setter.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Helping Hand, Power Gem.
It is. Yep, definitely Sand Force.
Just getting rid of it there. Weather Ball's gonna kill the Gotharita, and the Appleton comes in a much better position in
Yeah,
game
this
one
is.
there.
Oh no, Terragrass Polytoad's terrible for Appleton.
Missed anyway.
Yeah.
Weather
The
Ball
weather
doing
ball
a
is.
pretty huge chunk.
Yeah, this is a scary spot to be in. You can't leech seed. You know it has ice beam.
Yeah,
Oh
and
no.
can just start pretty. I mean, that's a 2-hit KO into the Jolteon there. Yeah, so if the double protect had gone there, then it lives another turn, and then it's a 2v1, and the Politoed can't kill both. I
Hmm.
mean, we've only seen grass moves out of the Appleton, so it doesn't have that much to do against this Politoed, but yeah, not hitting
Yeah, and I
the
think
double
that's a wrap.
protect is probably just a season wrap on Steve there. Yep, the double up finishes it
Alrighty.
off.
So purple moves on. Steve, well played. But purple just was. It felt like purple was one step ahead for most of that set. And like you said, Steve just didn't quite bring the damage numbers. It was Steve was relying on a more slow-paced, methodical game plan that I just didn't get executed.
Yeah, let's take a look at these pastes real quick.
Oh,
What
that's
do
the
we
way it pastes things.
have?
That's right.
We never saw the tailwind, but it was mostly
Mhm.
unnecessary.
Oh, Parish Song. That's a good
Basculegion never
pace up the
came.
sleeve there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Perish there. Um, we've got. I think we saw most of this.
Yeah, we didn't see
Um,
Gothitelle show up at all, but Imprisoned Trick
oh,
Room also
this
would have
is
put a
this
dent on
is
that.
unusual. Terra Electric with Terra
Oh,
Blast and
this kind of
Thunderbolt.
hits. That is strange.
That feels almost to me like the Terra type was supposed to be something else and forgot to actually change it.
Yeah,
Because
maybe this.
if you're gonna Terra Electric, Thunderbolt is just better Terra Blast. Oh,
Yeah.
yep, purple's
Oh yeah,
in the
Terra
chest.
Ice.
I forgot
Okay,
to
you're
make
right.
Jolteon Terra Ice.
Oh, good thing it didn't come up. But you got a strong Thunderbolt, so you're good.
But yeah, Thunderbolt's strong. Shadow Bolt's strong. I mean,
Hmm.
when you only have 2 or 3 good moves anyway, you're
Right.
kind of bringing something techie
Right.
every week,
Maybe just
regardless.
or
But
maybe just make your best one stronger, That was the
yeah,
play.
yeah, that was it.
Terra Blast for when you're out of Terra, just for a good normal move.
Yeah,
That's what Purple was thinking. I know.
definitely. Yeah, I think we saw most of the fun stuff here, and then
Alrighty. Let's see
take
what
a look
Steve
at
got.
Steve's. We
Vex
were right on the
Shore.
Sandforce for sure.
Mhm.
We saw the Koba Berry, which was nice. Trick
And it
Specs
nice. That's
never
always my
came
favorite
up.
option to have as a fourth move on Specs mods. And Gotharita being competitive, that's awesome. I love to see people bring that flex option in Gotharita because it has a non-zero special attack stat, and at +1, it starts to get kind of threatening.
Yeah. What else we got here? Yeah, so we did have the Scarf Tailwind to outspeed potential
Hmm.
uh, Scarf Jolteons. I assume.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else that's even close on.
Right. What else do you need a scarf for?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
and it was timid and
alrighty.
almost max speed, so like
Hmm. To outspeed other scarf Jolteons or
yeah, Scarf
non-scarf, whatever.
everything but Jolteon. No,
Hmm.
it is even going to be way faster than the Scarf than Jolteon non-scarfed. But yeah, looking forward to watching Steve's perspective on this
Yeah.
one here.
And I want to see why King Gambit didn't show up to this match because I thought King Gambit was kind of a auto break to most matchups. I guess Decidueye is a big a big hurdle to get over, but yeah, that's that. Moving on
Alrighty,
to our
moving
third
on
match of the night.
to Red Jolteon versus J Star. Just got
Ooh, I'm
played
excited for
like
I'm
3 hours
excited for this.
ago.
You have
Um,
the matchup for this? Sweet. Or the replays for this?
yes, yep.
Okay, thank
They sent them to
God. So we
me
got them all.
just a bit ago.
Cool.
Yep, we're watching all 8
So
here.
yep. So this is a rematch. This Red Jolteon specifically chose J Star to play again. They wanted a second shot. And I love this because this is like two different styles of snow teams. You have the Flex snow team with just Abomasnow Bax Caliber and then maybe a Terra Ice something else. And then you have the full snow team over here with Aurora Veil, Annihilate, Articuno,
Slush Rush
Sand
or
Slash.
Arcuno, yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I want to see what these two do with this rematch opportunity.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get this one pulled up as well. And All right, so we've got the strong ice mode from both, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, J-Star, obviously you're going to see the ice mode.
Right.
That's the team. But
Mm-hmm.
the Azelf, Quillfish, the, what's it called, Sandy Shocks. I mean, this is J-Star's heavy hitters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And pretty
Yeah.
much the same from Red Jolteon, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe I'm a little surprised not to see the camel, not Numel,
Big Numal. Camera
big
up.
Numel, camera up, thank you, versus the ice team, right? Like maybe you want an eruption there,
Yeah, that does
but
look really appetizing. I
but
will
like
say,
not a great trick room setter in Espeon, so like you're kind of taking what you can get in terms of maybe getting into trick room, something like
right,
that.
and I
But
don't think you're ever taking advantage of J-Star's Trick Room. I will say, I think Willfish is a really good bring here. I was pointing that out. I think it's one of the best ways of trying to stave off Baxcalibur, because obviously it can boost itself, but
Azumarill, Backs,
yeah, Baxcalibur,
yeah,
Azumarill, those are just, and even Murkrow, because if it's going to be attacking, it's going to be using Brave Bird or Foul Play. Foul Play
sure.
doesn't look too good here, so except for Azelf, but any kind of damage mitigation is great. Resisting the ice moves and the make it rain is also probably pretty important here.
All right, let's
You
get
ready?
this fired up here. Yep.
Let's do it.
All
I
right.
see Golden Go, Murkrow, Ninetales, and
Pretty
okay.
pretty solid leads from both players,
Hmm.
right? I want to get the
Right.
tailwind up, and I want to throw out a make it rain,
Yeah,
and I
that
want to
sounds
get screens up
yeah.
and the snow, and Annihilate wants to take a hit so that it's can start doing like some real damage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a
So
pretty volatile spot to be in for the bet.
Terra Water, I
Yeah,
like.
makes a lot of sense. Rain Dance is
Oh,
okay.
love that.
Ooh, that
Love
is a
that.
that was an awesome set of three moves there.
That awesome set of turns. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Terra Water. Now, I mean, it's just fodder for Rage Fist boosts at this point,
Hmm.
right? The Aurora Veil fails because of the Prankster Rain Dance, but the Encore says you get one, but that's all
Yep.
you get.
That was a
Excellent.
great
Love
play.
that. But
And nasty play.
a great
All right.
fourth move. Everybody
Yep.
just said, I got plans on plans here.
Yep. All right. So we see the protect. Okay, we
Uh,
see a little. Oh wait.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Icicle Spear
Wow.
got a
Dang.
200 base power Rage Fist.
Look
Build
out.
your own population bomb.
Yep.
Deletes the
Wow.
Golden Go.
Big damage right off the
Goodbye.
bat. And it doesn't even.
50% is
It takes
pretty
barely
nice.
after a leftovers. That's a roll now. That's crazy. And he says, "I'm out, but I got 200 in my pocket."
Yeah.
Wow.
Thunderwave is nice on
Mhm.
the Murkrow.
Yeah,
And
that's good speed control. Makes me think probably not Tailwind here.
Articuno comes in. Yeah. Big
Rain
damage
Dance,
on the Rain Dance
Aqua
Aqua Jet
big
there.
chunk there. Holy moly.
We take
Ninetales
those
is
for
kind of,
sure.
Ninetales is yet to really do too much to Jay's team, but maybe it's got
Yeah,
freeze drive
it's
from Azumarill.
yeah, it. Oh well, I mean, not nothing, right? Because like it did Rage Fist, it
That's
did
true.
boost
It
Rage
is.
Fist to 200,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, the Rain Dance just getting set again here. Says I don't want to play in the snow.
All right, 26. Good chip.
Pretty beefy. The Azumarill
Terra
Terra
Rock.
Rock.
It
It's
is
gonna be
Tailwind.
Terra Blast.
What on
Yep,
earth is that?
Tailwind.
Is crazy. All right, so we match Tailwind. So now
Like that
Azumarill is in a
play.
pretty scary spot. Just kidding. It's paralyzed. And I live
Yep,
paralyzed.
and oof,
Wow.
natural.
Holy, that's insane.
Got the natural focus
It,
sash there.
that has to be. That can't be calc. There's no way you prep for that, right?
Well,
Unless
unless
that
it's a
happens
max
last
roll
match.
and you calc for the max roll. But why would you be calcing for Terra Rock,
Yeah,
Azumarill, Terra Blast, right?
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we do see the Tailwind here. Well, that was last turn, but Drain Punch gonna finish. Yeah, finish off the Azumarill, bring the Annihilate back up, and now it can kind of start Rage Fisting for real, right?
There's a Brave Bird. Yeah, I think this is a.
Or
Oh,
not.
never mind. Wow. All right, can Articuno do? Oh, okay.
Double
That
hit
changes
your 50% blizzards in the rain there.
That's crazy.
And
right,
then
can they do it
Ice
again?
Shard.
Can he
Do we
do
hit
it
another
again?
one?
Yes, he can.
Whoa!
With 1 health on Articuno.
Excellent.
Wow.
I
MVP.
mean, hey, you don't draft a snow team to not click Blizzard, right?
Right.
So
That's the whole fun of using snow. All right. I think that was. I don't honestly see any needed adjustments from either team. I don't see Sandy Shocks making a difference. I definitely don't see. Quillfish could make a difference there for
maybe
that
the
counter
Quillfish,
damage.
instead of like if you're not relying on the Articuno to hit its coin flips, maybe
Mhm.
you want to replace that with something techy, or maybe
Yeah.
you just don't want to bring the snow and you want to
Hmm.
replace the Quillfish with that, or replace that with the Quillfish.
Hmm.
But yeah, overall, I think both coaches' game plans were pretty solid, and I would expect to see more or less the same game plan, but played with the knowledge of game one.
Right. All right. I'm ready to see it.
So,
Yeah.
and we see, yep, Murkrow Golden
Okay.
Go and
All right.
Ninetales
Very
Annihilate.
familiar.
So,
Do
feels
we just go?
familiar.
Oh,
Just go
okay.
with a switch this time. Terra Water,
Here,
Terra
Steel.
Steel. Yep, everybody says I got new plans.
Oh, Azelf's taking a lot of damage. That one's
Woof.
calced, right? That one's calced.
That's gotta be. Well, it's
Azelf
Terra
is not a
Steel.
Pokemon.
It's Terra Steel, so maybe it's not calced. Maybe it's just built bulky.
Maybe. All right. Let's
But
see.
yeah,
So
the
it goes for
Encore
another Encore.
again
That's a
is
pretty safe move
nice.
into Murkrow.
Yeah, but then the switch out is also pretty safe, right?
Hmm.
I
Oh yeah, going Terra Steel now makes you vulnerable to the Drain Punch. Something to worry about with losing your Ghost type there.
and good protects from J Star.
Hmm. We probably see what Thunder Wave.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
And then,
Thunder Wave comes in. If you're gonna get Encored, that's a good one to get Encored into.
hmm. Oh, good time. Good use of the Tailwind right when the other Tailwind ends.
When the other one ends, yeah, I agree.
Murkrow doesn't care.
And you've
So
got your Murkrow is yeah. So solid, solid RNG in J Star's favor
mhm.
last time, and now we're getting hit with the full paralysis.
Yeah.
Annihilate hasn't been yet, but
All
we'll
right. Golden
see
goes
we'll see
back.
how long that lasts for. Bax
Golden Go's
comes
gonna be
in,
moving first.
lots of switching to get the snow back up. Golden Go
Okay,
just
protect.
protecting.
Oh,
There's
all
that
right.
full para on the Annihilate.
Kind of a nothing turn. And Murkrow comes back.
Aurora Veil trying to encore
Oh,
into the
does it?
protect.
Even through the Aurora Veil, it's not enough.
Don't care. Oh, Ice Body.
Some nice built-in leftovers.
Yeah. And then, so we're down to 3v3 here. Murkrow can get the Tailwind set up again, or the Rain Dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get the
Ironhead's a pretty safe move to click at this point in the game.
definitely, yeah.
All right, what do we see?
Snow, Tailwind set up.
Again.
Bax deletes
Uh-oh.
the
Max is
Ninetales,
kinda
and we're in
running
a
away with it.
3v1.
Articuno sets up a Tailwind for itself.
Yeah, for just itself.
And, wow. Even with no snow up, that took a lot of damage. But, Articuno has to pay the tax for hitting all those blizzards last game. So, we're going to game 3.
Going to a game 3 in
Awesome.
two solid games. I would more or less expect both players to say, "Let's run it back. I think I can outplay you."
Yeah, clearly both strategies work.
Unless something on this Espeon or Obama Snow or Quillfish and Sandy Shocks is like a whip this out of my pocket. You don't even know how strong I could be type
Yeah.
crazy situation.
I could maybe at this point see Sandy Shocks just because that Thunderwave put in so much work that last game. Maybe you just want something to be able to soak it up on a
That is
predict
immune
it's
to it.
spot.
Sure, that makes sense. Could be. All right, let's see what happens here. Murkrow and Golden Go, and Ninetales
Alright.
and an
Familiar faces.
Okay. Does the Murkrow get encored turn 1 a third time, or does it, or is it just? Do they just double target into the Annihilate or something? Right, Brave Bird and Shadow Ball or something like that.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. I could see this blow in a million different ways. Switch to Azelf again.
Switch out Terra Water, Protect, Thunderwave,
Okay.
Encore into the Golden Go.
That's a
And yeah, the
Train
Sandy
two.
Shocks does come in. Huge
Ooh,
damage on a crit
Training
there.
Shocks will not be here for long.
And it's getting encored, so it's going to switch out. Here comes the Azumarill. Pretty safe switch in.
Hmm.
Maybe, maybe you're thinking a electric type attack into that slot, but if it was back switching in, that's kind of a nothing turn. So,
Yeah. All right. So,
Rage Fist into the Protect.
and we know that the Azumarill has Aqua Jet, so it's kind of a forced switch there. Yeah. 24, even in snow, does a lot. So Golden does make the best of that turn. Oh, whoa! That's awesome. The
Oh, all
mirror.
right, Mirror Herb, love that.
All right. Let's see.
Have we been seeing
I don't
special
remember
moves
anything as
from
I don't
the
remember
Azelf?
anything this thing's done. I
Yeah,
feel like it just showed up and got paralyzed.
yeah,
Or protected.
yeah. That's gonna delete the Ninetales for sure.
God, Make It Rain is
And
such a good move.
Murkrow's gonna get to just set up another Tailwind, I would
Mhm.
assume. Yeah, and just another Make It Rain.
I like the switch into.
Oof.
Oh, that's rough. That looks
Does
like a decisive turn.
yeah, just
I don't.
playing it safe.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
I
from
don't know
both
how.
from both players, right? Drain punches, protects.
Mm-hmm. Unless you
Uh,
get really unlucky with the paras. I don't know.
yeah, and this Goldingo's probably going to want to switch out here sooner or later,
Oh,
or just
hey.
die.
That's one way to switch.
Yep.
And then I'd imagine we probably
Bax
see
comes
Aqua
in.
Jet.
Terra Fairy. All right.
Oh,
Failed
brutal.
protect and a
And is
full
this
para.
a
Glaive Rush. Big damage
wow
to finish it
powerful
off.
wave rush?
And Red
And that
Jolteon
is a set. Oh,
finishes it
wow.
off.
That was a really well played set. Uh, Red Jolteon definitely played out of his mind in that third game. There was a lot of powerful decisions there that made a huge impact.
So what did we? The Mons we never saw.
Magic
Magic
bounce.
Bounce. Yeah, Set and Trick Room.
Clearance.
Rock coverage is good into snow teams, and
Hmm.
Dazzling Gleam and Yawn makes sense. Terra Fairy, and
Yeah.
then Blizzard, its own Aurora Veil, Leech Seed Protect. I
Hmm.
kind of like this Obama Snow set
I
here.
do. It's pretty decent against a lot of these longer lasting threats like the Articuno. If you hit it with the Leech Seed, like what's it doing? Once you go Terra Ice, it can't touch you. But still, it's kind of rough to bring that into Annihilate. And I do imagine that once you see the lineup and see, oh, they're more heavily leaning into snow than I am. Maybe I want to leave my snow setter at home and just go for the rain dance mode. But my favorite thing of this whole set is the the Terra Rock Terra Blast of
The
Super
Terra Rock Terra
Blast.
Blast was sweet.
Yeah, it came out of
Yeah,
nowhere and then just almost deleted Articuno.
and
Let's see what we got from
take a look
Jay.
at J Star here.
Ooh, Barbarage is
Love
such a good
this
move.
Snowcloak Bright Powder.
Oh,
Let's play
yeah.
craps. Roll some
Mhm.
dice.
Wow.
Uh,
Articuno was just the RNG god that whole set.
yeah, couple of blizzards. Um,
Which is train.
Black Sludge with Intimidate. Destiny Bond.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
I like the mixed Azelf. I guess you can cover for Baxcalibur or the Golden Ghost setting up.
Or belly drums, right? Like
That's true. Yeah.
that isn't really something that we discussed, but is something that could have happened. Azumarill could have been
Hmm.
belly drum. So yeah, I like Mirror Herb, and Azelf is not necessarily a Pokemon that loves some specific item, so that can kind of be your tech piece
Yeah.
type item slot, right?
Good kind of catch all. Awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Well,
Good stuff. Alrighty.
either way, a snow team is moving on.
Who we got? We got
And
Sukaba versus Furat here, and Sukaba just DM'd me the pastes, so I'll pull those up
yeah, sweet.
um, after the match. But the only Ogerpon in the finals,
Um,
right?
I
Let's just
Sly
do a
has
quick
one.
check.
Sly has
Um,
one at the other conference,
oh yeah, yep. Sly's got one, and that's all. Yeah. Okay.
but no regular Ogre Pond and no Rock Ogre Pond. Maybe next season. But Speaking of Ogerpon, I think it is crucial here. I think Watergrass is a really good typing. If you and Sukaba's team is all about the heavy special offense, and Ogerpon being able to boost the special defense with Terra, and then just delete Chi-Yu if it doesn't get to Terra, or just resist all of its attacks like 1,000,000%. Take almost if you invest it heavily, you can take so little damage from Regidrago. It just becomes hard to deal with that over time.
Yeah, these are both teams that I like as well, right? I mean, Tsukaba's been a lot of fun to watch all season. If the baton pass doesn't come this week, I don't know when it's going to, and I don't
Right.
think it's going to this week because that was never gonna be a winning strategy. I don't think.
Right.
But,
At least Daddy pulled it off.
well,
We want to talk about what happened after he clicked baton pass.
but yeah, two cool teams. Brute Bonnet's really been a Pokemon that Tsukaba has enjoyed using and has had like nothing but good things to say about pretty much the whole season, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
It worries
My friend
me.
Dom is in the chat. I didn't even notice. Dom's the other half of the X-Bat. He's the X in the X-Bat. Hey Dom. Anyway, back on track. Let's go ahead and see what the coaches brought,
All right.
and we will rock and roll. All right, so we got
Good
the
stuff.
Volbeat. I mean, this is pretty much Sukaba's top 6,
Mm-hmm.
and Furret's top 6, right? That's the
Yeah,
strong Mons versus the strong Mons.
Mm-hmm. The only other thing I would have considered is maybe bringing Slowbro here. Sprout's team doesn't do particularly well in Trick Room, but Slowbro also probably has a hard time surviving a couple hits from this team. So I think that's definitely a fair choice.
True.
All right.
Alrighty, fire up game 1 here.
Who are our leads?
We got the Volbeat. We got the
And
Chi-Yu.
Are we just going tailwind and off to the races? Let's see.
Quite possibly, right? I mean, Tornadus can try and match, but not at the speed of Prankster, so
Yeah,
Chi-Yu's going to get to do something big.
take a big hit from Chi-Yu. Terra Ghost, all right. Sunny
Oh!
Day. Ooh, oh, look at that.
Oh!
It sacrifices itself for the greater good.
All right, so we go with the sun up instead of the tailwind, which I think we were kind of both thinking
Right.
was going to be the turn 1 play.
Mhm.
And the Chi-Yu is going to
Let's just see. Heat wave.
kill them both.
Oh, holy.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh man!
That's crazy. Thank goodness Farad has Typhlosion. You need that.
Wow.
In a match
Yeah,
with
so-
Chi-Yu.
So if this Typhlosion is scarfed, it's going to get to go first. The Inteleon is going to resist it, but the Chi-Yu, I mean, is ghost type now, so it's just going to be neutral. In the sun, I would not be surprised if the Chi-Yu dies to an eruption here. And then maybe like I don't know. I mean, the Inteleon is still like, because it's going to be able to do a pretty significant chunk into the Typhlosion regardless. So
As long-
I don't
but
know.
Tsukaba
We'll see
does
here.
have Terra. Oh,
Terra Electric, Icy Wind. Oh,
right,
maybe
we're getting
is
another big hit.
the Inteleon could be, so that either means the Inteleon is also scarfed or the Typhlosion is not scarfed, right?
Let's see what we got.
And Flash Fire.
Tsukaba doesn't even care. He's confident.
Uh-oh.
He can take out Typhlosion.
Oh, miss!
Miss.
All right,
And
so
the
that's
Inteleon
gonna
live.
probably be the game there. With it now at -2 speed.
Chi-Yu is the... that thing got so lucky this game. Didn't take a single hit. Just bobbed and
Crazy.
weaved.
Whoa.
All right.
Tsukaba says 4 turns. Oop. Well, I guess we can just skip to the end there. Tsukaba says 4 turns, 4 kills.
Yep.
All 4 from the Chi-Yu, I believe, right?
That sounds about right. That's Chi-Yu for you.
Yep.
But
Rotom die,
I-
double KO on turn 1, killed the Rotom on turn 2, and Dark Pulse kills the Typhlosion on turn 4. So
I think I'm in a kind of a similar spot to where we were the last series, where these two just bring the same teams, because I think Farad got pretty unlucky here. I think if they had hit some of those big crucial moves, then we'd be in a different game state. Like we said, I don't think Chi lives a sun, flash, fire. Uh, what was it? Heat wave? Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, it was heat waves, but
pretty difficult to live once you're not a fire type.
yeah, for sure.
I don't see Weavile coming. You know Volbeat's there. You know Chi used Terra Ghost now, so you can't fake it out unless you're. I don't know. I don't know why I don't see Weavile coming.
Yeah, I
Which
don't think Weavile is
would be
super likely.
yeah.
We didn't see any moves out of Reggie Drago, but all right, let's watch game 2.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, so Volbeat and Hawlucha.
Okay, are we
Is this
seeing
maybe
Swagger?
a swagger again? Yep, that was
All right, don't miss.
tried to some success and some no success.
Mm-hmm.
But
So we got
Ghost
again. Spiky
just
Shield
protecting.
is probably a smart play here. Nice.
Get the tailwind up and
Ooh, there we go.
big
Yeah,
double hit there.
But without Chiyu, Volbeat stays alive. I was going to do one more annoying thing.
True. It's gonna get to do something. The Typhlosion comes in. Yep.
There
Swagger.
it is. And it hits this time.
Lum. Acrobatics.
Damn, Tornadus
Kills
is
it in
gone.
one. Weavile did come.
Oh, Weavile is here.
Acrobatics into the protect.
Oh,
Nice
brutal.
protect.
Lunge. What was
Big
that?
damage on the lunge, though. I mean, Weavile's very frail, but, like, what's Volbeat's attack stat? 70? 60? Something like that? So.
Does take out the
knockoff.
biggest threat on the field.
Finishes it off.
Julian comes back in. Terra Fairy. So, Air Slash. I didn't know that. Learned that.
Typhlosion Heatwave. Getting the KO on the bug. And here comes the Chio.
Protect here and knock
Time
off.
to
All right.
protect again. It was
All right,
Scarf.
so it was Scarf.
There we go. And we're in a 2v2 again. Yeah. Air slash. The flinch.
Oh, brutal.
That might lock it up
I think it does.
for Sukaba.
Otherwise, Chiyu is just...
Yeah, Dark Pulse gets to kill something. Yeah. Yep. Terra Blast. So we're in a 1v1, but
Is it going to flinch?
woof.
Oh,
Big damage.
wow.
Even into the resisted Terra Fairy.
I think Sukava said it best. It is unfortunate, but that is the game we play.
Yeah. Nobody makes us do this.
Yep. We are masochists. Do you want to pull up the Pay Sukava sound?
Yeah, everything's going to get weird for a second on the stream in the little window where your video is.
You're going to watch the sausage get made.
Because...
Look at those stars and galaxies. Aren't they
bang,
beautiful?
bang. Alright, got both of them, and... Alright, you're back. Hop back over here. And... Alright, so this is Farrat's team. What did we not see? We didn't see the Lando.
We didn't see Lando. Saltfest. Good bit of...
What would that have been outspeeding at that?
Is that
just...
Reggie Drago, maybe? Without Tailwind?
Yeah, something like that, probably. But,
So, it's
yeah,
pretty
fake out
standard Lando set there.
for the most part, kind of what we would expect, right? Yeah, so the Scarf was on the Rotom there. Charcoal being the move of choice on Typhlosion.
Yeah, it definitely looked kind of boosted from the damage it was doing, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, well, in the sun and flash fire, like
Right.
so many
All the numbers kind
multipliers.
of get mixed together.
Who knows what that's going to do? But
Yeah, let's see. We got
and then we never saw the Ivy Cudgel on
but you're running Ogerpon, you're running Ivy Cudgel.
Yeah, you can sort of expect that. Alrighty, so for Sukaba's team,
That's kind of the bread and butter Volbeat set, huh?
Yeah, this is pretty much what, more or less what Sukaba's been bringing on these mons most weeks, right?
If it works, it works.
Yeah,
you don't need to get
Specs,
crazy to win in the playoffs. Sometimes you just gotta make the fundamentals work, and that's what we saw that game. And a little bit of RNG.
Cloak on the Volbeat. Spore, Rage Powder, Sucker Punch, Seed Bomb. Pretty much, if you're gonna, if you're running Spore and Rage Powder, Seed Bomb and Sucker Punch are gonna be your other moves most of the time.
Right.
Yep, it was Scarfed. So Scarf Modest. So I think it's possible that Scarf Timid Typhlosion could have outsped the Inteleon, but
Yeah, I don't know.
that's not, that's a fantasy world of my own creation. That's not the one that we actually watched. But
Right.
yeah, awesome, well played,
Sweet.
and that's four Hearthstone Conference
Yep. So
matches
who we have
down.
moving on?
We got Keith versus me.
Oh, cool. You're right. You're right. We'll wrap it
Yeah.
up. We'll do a recap at the end. So, what are your? This was my matchup last week. What did you think about this matchup?
I could not get a handle on it. There was so much that I had to take into consideration. Right, there's tons of good bringable mons on Keith's team. It's the team I liked best in the preseason, and I was borne out by the fact that Keith was first seed going into the playoffs. Ursaluna plus Iron Hands plus Mimikyu is a super scary trick room that I knew I had to absolutely lock down. But then also there's Jumpluff Tailwind just out here at 110, like more or less outspeeding my whole team anyway. So like
Fast.
can just go fast, and Ursaluna and Iron Hands are fast enough to be scary under Tailwind as well.
Right.
I had about 9 mons that I had to care about, right? Basically, I didn't really care about Raboot or Nuzleaf, but had to at least think about the other 9.
Right.
And it was scary stuff. I see you've got the Tauros and the Typhlosion as important Pokemon.
Yeah, so
I would agree.
In my view, Tauros is important because it does a really good job mitigating the damage here. Obviously, fighting water is just a really good type combo, especially into Ursaluna, public enemy number 1. You kind of deal with Iron Hands in the same turn by intimidating it, assuming they don't run Clear Amulet or anything like that. And Typhlosion looked good here just because Jumpluff might want to set up Sunny Day, but even if it doesn't, just dealing big damage quickly is probably the fastest way to win against this team, because if you leave either of those the big two centerpieces, Ursaluna and Iron Hands, on the field for any amount of time at all, it just exponentially gets worse turn after turn because they just don't die.
Yeah, and that's what I was realizing in my calculations, right? For the most part, I wasn't one-shotting anything, and I just had to bring big damage and good support for my big damage.
Right.
So
there's no way to KO those top 3 on Keith's team. One of them because of its ability, the other 2 because they're abominations.
I mean, more or less, yeah. So let's go ahead and start these up here. All right, so we brought the like I said, basically my 6 biggest damage dealers: the move Gigaton Hammer, Tauros, Moltres, and Typhlosion, plus Persian and Oranguru, versus the one mon that I was surprised. Surprised-ish. I thought there was a chance that it would come. Was why can't I think of the name of it anymore? It's this one, the elephant, Kaparaja.
Oh, the elephant.
Yeah. It didn't change on the stream. That was just for you and me. But Kaparaja, no Kaparaja, I was kind of surprised at, but like Bombardier makes sense as well. And the Jumpluff and Inteleon both being there as solid fast mode options,
Right.
Makes sense as well. So,
Right.
I do have this recorded as a video that I'll make public probably in the morning or after this. So I'm not going to do too much of like here's what I'm thinking play-by-play stuff, but we'll just get it going here. Yeah.
All right. Go watch James' video afterwards, folks. Let's see it. We'll experience together. Bombardier on lead is immediately interesting. Ticket Typhlosion. This makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, Terra Grass. And yeah, fake out into that. That makes... Oh, that's a powerful sucker punch. But don't worry.
I did eventually learn it's banded.
Okay, that's what my assumption was based on those crazy numbers. And yeah, no Sucker Punch again.
Yeah,
Oh, knockoff is very.
we'll layer
That's
this Silk Scarf, and I live the Earth
one way to
Power.
reduce that damage output. Yeah. Protect, and then we go. What are we doing? Trick Room. Terra Water into the. Oh, all right. Good play. We go for a knockout.
So in my prep, and I said this a bunch, spread move plus, like, break the disguise plus wave crash kills all Mimikyus that aren't, like, bold 252, right? And so my plan was, oh, yeah, I'll spread move and I'll wave crash. Not forgetting that Tauros is significantly faster than Moltres. Yeah. And so most of that wave crash went wasted. But
it did a powerful 12%.
Yeah, but this Berserk hit here is pretty big.
Oh, Snarl was a very smart bring there. Blood Moon.
Thank you. I was very happy with it.
Look at that. Oh, and you lived the Shadow
Living
Sneak.
the Shadow Sneak, also
that's amazing.
Crucial.
Nice. And you don't even need to. Oh wow, single target Snarl does a lot of damage.
Yeah, 35. Well, at +1, but now I'm at +2.
Right. Yeah.
And we're in a 2v2. I have Fake Out, and I still have Typhlosion in the back. So
wow, this is a really powerful start to the game.
Clean up the Blood Moon. Moltres goes down, and we're in a 2v2. Knockoff doesn't quite do it, but Bombardier can't kill both of them, and Tinkaton finishes off for game 1.
Nice. All right, that was a really.
So I felt like I was in the Matrix. Like, I was absolutely just dialed in. I could see the code, except for that turn that I messed up my own speeds and wave crashed.
You're a little too deep there.
Yeah. Maybe I was a little too deep in the code.
All right,
but
I think Keith brings Iron Hands. Is that crazy to say?
I don't think it's crazy to say. So I was kind of expecting maybe the Jump Pluff comes, right? But also, Trick Room never actually went up, so maybe Keith wants to just lock in the Trick Room and just try and beat me on speed in Trick Room.
Right, I can see that for sure.
So,
I'm ready.
Let's get this going here, and we see Mimikyu and the Bombardier, and I lead the same two.
Alrighty.
And expecting a Sucker Punch again.
Right.
Switch out, get an Intimidate, and a Gigaton. So, Gigaton Hammer kills. Mold Breaker Gigaton Hammer kills all Mimikyus.
Oh, that's right.
No matter what.
Breaker.
Right? And as I clicked Gigaton Hammer into the Mimikyu, I said, does Ability Shield prevent Mold Breaker from working? Is that how that works?
Oh.
And that is, in fact, how it works.
Way.
Yeah. So the Trick Room goes up.
God.
And
that's insane.
And I'm not loving it. But I bring everybody's favorite move, Encore. So things aren't terrible.
Encore making a big impact.
Yeah.
Wave Crash.
Keith's still just getting me on those Wave Crash protects. Like, I think I've Wave Crashed into Protect 3 times in the last game and these first couple of turns. But, Gigaton Hammer, definitely going to finish it off. And you were right. The Iron Hands shows up, and it's defense, which is like not crazy, right? I don't like my Torterra is my one ground type, definitely very physical. Tauros High Horsepower as another option, and those are basically my ways to hit hands for super effective. So defense Quark Drive makes sense.
Just forget that's an option sometimes. All right, there.
And I'm just going to ignore Blood Moon for a turn or two. With the Encore, it's going to switch out. Terra Ground, saved for the end. Barely getting 50% into the 50, and Gigaton Hammer's just my best option into that hands there, unfortunately. So
back in. Oh, you read it, but it's...
Well, it's Terra Water now. Like, that was just kind of the safe move, right? High crit move. Choice Band, crit, into a super effective hit, like that was always going to kill.
That did take a ton.
And Typhlosion is out, and Typhlosion is fast. I mean, these are two mid-speed mons, but also Typhlosion is fast. And once again, I feel like I'm in a pretty okay position here.
Sucker Punch does so much.
Pretty nice damage into the... so I am now in a 2v1 here.
But if there's any mon that can do it, I feel like...
But if there's any mon that can do it, it's Moltres. Right? I was kind of hoping the Typhlosion would live, but not really expect... Like, Blood Moon, like, it's not ever actually going to live that, right?
So I see... What are we? Are we snarling?
We are snarling.
Okay.
I just want Berserk boosts at this point, right? So I get one and go back above 50% with my berry, which is nice.
We're in a pretty good spot. Or maybe not.
And yeah, still, like, it's still doing big damage.
A lot of damage.
And Sucker Punch just barely lives.
As long as you don't... Oh, look at
Fiery
that.
Wrath
Don't even go for the snarl. Guarantee the hit. 100% accuracy. Great job.
Yeah.
Moltres putting in a ton of work.
Moltres is a great pick. Still good in 2023.
I am so upset that you picked that. I was shooting for that round 2. That was your round 1 or round 2 pick?
That was my round 2 pick. My round 1 pick was Monkey Dory, and then I got rid of it for Tinkaton.
That's right. So you didn't have... So Moltres was your round 1 pick, is what you're saying.
So Moltres was my real round 1 pick. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, that was a great set. Looking into your matchup, I was scared that Moltres wouldn't be able to get it done because of hands, but clearly...
So was I.
Let's see the paste.
So we had a little bit of spice, right? So we had the Terra Grass Terra Blast, which we saw in game 1, and it was scarfed to outspeed everything except like Scarf Jump Bluff or Scarf Inteleon, right? And
yeah, good luck with that.
Mostly not beating those anyway, and I don't think they're super likely. Although I was pretty reliably bringing Choice Scarf most weeks on Typhlosion, so like maybe you think that's going to happen, whatever. The Covert Cloak was on the Tinkaton to ensure that I would get off a Gigaton Hammer even into a hands Mimikyu lead.
Right, and always welcome the Mimikyu.
Exactly, as long as it doesn't have Ability Shield, which we discovered it does in fact have. Never brought the Persian, but it was a mostly standard set here of Taunt, Icy Wind, Chilling Water with a Sash. I did have Fake Tears to one-shot Iron Hands with a Terra Ground Terra Blast off of Moltres.
Ah, nice.
So
yeah,
there was a little bit of spice that never got shown. But, I mean, the spread moves are just so good.
Right, that's what you have to do against a team like that.
Yeah, and then, so like I said, I was not losing to Trick Room, right?
Right.
I led Fake Out and a way to kill Trick Room setters both games. I led with fast, scary damage. I had Imprisoned Trick Room. I had Taunt. Like, I was not losing to Trick Room.
Well, great job. That was...
And yeah, never brought the
pretty standard stuff there. I do love Terra Blast on a normal type. That's my little... It has a special spot in my heart.
Oh, yeah.
But
on a special attacking normal type.
Right.
And then Keith's paste here I've got as well. So
Ability
we do
Shield.
have the Ability Shield. Ability Shield stocks have never been higher.
In retrospect, it's so obvious, but I would never have considered it.
Yeah, I realized it like 1 second before... before disaster struck.
That's a new item. Yeah, look, they finally have like a PNG for it on the website. Look at that.
Yeah, but no Ursaluna Blood Moon.
Yep, we'll get there eventually.
So Silk Scarf we saw pretty much this whole set here, or literally the whole set. Terra Water both games. The other Terras, we had Terra Flying Air Slash and Razor Claw Snipe Shot.
Oh, brutal.
Which that never got used, but is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The Choice Band. We did see Choice Band Sucker Punch was
Bombardier put
beefy.
in a lot of work that game. I think everybody's proven Bombardier's better than like a super dog shit low pointer now. It's like a solid low mid tier.
Quark Drive booster defense with body press and iron defense with rest. How's this set? This set is sweet.
That's brutal.
I brought this like very standard stuff, and Keith brought this heat I had no business winning. Like, this is
Yeah, well,
slick.
that was just rude, James.
The other thing is, as the match was starting, I was like, did I not give enough respect to Sleep Powder?
Hmm.
Should I have brought goggles on something?
Yeah.
And I think the answer is probably yes. I probably should have. And I
Hmm.
did not give Sleep Powder enough respect.
Well,
But
you and I had very similar thought processes before our match this week, because that'll come up in mine too.
I believe that will come up next.
Next,
Yes. Yeah.
that's me.
Poppin' and Slushy. All right. So we got the double the double Chien Pao drafter or triple, right? 3 Chien Pao drafts, 3 times Slushy's had it. Yes.
I don't know. I think
Right.
just double. I'm not sure. It could be more.
Just double.
I've
Maybe.
only
Okay. Point is,
it's
if
chip
Chien Pao's on the board, Slushy's going to pay points for it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, of the sort of top heavy team that we've come to expect from somebody paying 300 points for their first pick. 6 Scary Mons up here, plus a couple nice tech pieces in Riolu, a decent Tailwind setter, and cheap Intimidate. Versus this mess of a no. Your team is sweet, and I underestimated Sinistra, not realizing it got Trick Room until in the match.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
it gets Trick Room
How'd you
also.
do that?
Yeah, I was planning for the Bruxish Trick Room, but yeah, I mean, both teams have definitely earned their place here, and we'll see what's going on.
I guess my last thoughts is I also say this in my video. I was so concerned about, and I will see it right here. Lilligant did not show up. I was concerned with the potential Lilligant Riolu mode.
Yeah,
Last sunny day. So I was flip flopping back and forth literally until Slushy messaged me that we were with the game with the challenge. One of my mons, the goggles were floating across my team, and you'll see in my video my indecisiveness about that. Did I end up bringing goggles? We'll find out.
Screamtail also gets Sunny Day, so
It does.
could have been there even without Riolu, and still been faster than anything on your team.
Yeah. Yeah, my team is like the definition of mids, because like everything on my team caps out at 95, and that's like where Slushy's reasonable threats start. So this matchup was pretty clearly coming down to the Trick Room.
Alrighty. So how did we leave? We lead with a Trick Room and a versus potentially a Tailwind. And
Right.
are we going to trade Intimidates here? We are.
Yes, we do. We'll try to at least.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what Squawkabilly could do. I didn't know its moveset. I took it off like the type match. I took it off the matchup helper because I didn't respect it at all. So it shows up, intimidates me. I'm a little worried. I go into the team builder, start looking at moves, and like, oh no, I made a terrible mistake.
It does good stuff. Yeah. So this Arcanine really doesn't want to be intimidated. So that's rough.
Yeah. So
But
unfortunate to be in.
so double Terra, Terra from both of you. Parting shot. Just flick the off switch on that Arcanine. Don't even care. And Screamtail comes in. We do get the Trick Room set up, which is not that surprising, right? It's a very fast team, and Trick Room is how you're going to get that speed advantage for sure. We get the Sand set up with my favorite Pokemon, Tyranitar. Check this out. Ready? It's going to be little, but I've got some custom Tyranitar artwork that my friend Dom got me a while back. You can't see it, but everybody else can.
Give me a couple seconds and I'll see it.
Yeah.
It'll be sick.
But
either way, T-Tar's in, and I am very scared of Screamtail because it has... Oh, I see it on the wall. That's sick.
yeah,
Good job, Dom. You're a real one. So I'm worried about Screamtail because this thing has all the utility moves in the world, and I'm worried my Trick Room is just about to end right here.
So are we going to just double into it?
I was thinking about it, and then I realized I can just... Come on now. Parasol's also crazy. I can just hit both of them.
And Matcha Gotcha, and just... Oh, the miss! Oh, and it lives. Oh, Sandstorm's going to
Yeah.
pick that up, though, right?
Thankfully, Sandstorm
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
coming in, so a little bit of use.
Yeah. And we're going to
Oh, we
break.
get the flinch.
Oh, nice. Break a
Okay.
sash as well. And
Mm-hmm.
we've already got our Terra Ghost. So the best ghost type in the format, Chin Pao. Can't be a ghost
Right.
type. So you do have this Perish on you. So Slushy's going to pretty much expect some switching to happen at some point. But, like, you kind of want to switch this Tyranitar out at this point anyway.
Right.
It's
At
been
this point, I'm thinking I
parting
have no
shotted.
damage. I would
Yeah.
like to get an Intimidate off again, so I'm
And
definitely gonna do
maybe set up the sand again a second time.
that. Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, and just that Tyranitar's got to get out of there.
Yeah. And
Oh, clear
No.
amulet. Pretty nice. 35% into
And this-
the Chin Pao.
yeah, and the Sin is just totally uninvested. I guess a spoiler for later, but that's just a clean 34 right off the bat.
Nice. Yeah, Sacred Sword into the Dark type Terra there. Turning
I
out
have
pretty
one
nice.
turn left with Sinistcha, so
Switch it
I was
out.
thinking
Yeah,
I want to conserve it just in case I need Trick Room again, because I figured a double protect would be coming here.
makes sense. Double protect.
Whole lot of nothing
Rock slide
accomplished.
into it. Yeah, this is kind of a nothing turn. Terra Blast, not quite killing.
Yeah, I did not calc that. That was just
And
lucky.
Sacred Sword finishes the Tyranitar. Another Rock Slide miss. But the Dragapult goes down, and you're in a 3v1 now.
Right.
But, oof, even so, that's huge damage. But
And Arcanine pulls
there
it
it goes. And Arcanine gets the last KO, as has happened many times over the course of your season. Puts you up 1-0 in the set.
Yeah, I was super worried about this because every time I've lost in playoffs since Qianpao has existed has been at the hands of Qianpao. So I took this one super serious.
And not the just nothing but sucker punches and Accelerox into Trick Room that I was kind of expecting and Slushy has done before. I wonder if a lot more of that priority comes for Game 2 here.
Yeah, I was considering it, but I thought that my plan was decently solid enough where I didn't have to bring Bruxish. That was like a last ditch scenario kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like Sinister so much better as a Trick Room setter.
All right, who we got? Scaramon and Intimidate. And yeah, everybody just getting frisked up. We see the choice band there.
And it has Taunt, which is another thing that I had to look up that I didn't know it had going into this matchup.
Big damage on the Rock Slide though, even at -1. Pretty scary.
So this is a great turn. So my Arcanine's about to die. I need to get off my rocks. What do? I actually, for the first time of the whole season, get to make use of the defensive benefit of Sandstorm.
Nice.
I was pretty happy with myself.
Live the hit, get the Rock Slide off. Again, we're gonna chip out the Focus Sash at the end of the turn. And yeah, Dragon Darts finishes off.
Yeah, I was thinking I was in a pretty good spot to set up a Trick Room this turn.
Yeah, so either
Can't do much.
I mean, Dragon Darts isn't gonna kill anything, and Sacred Sword can kill one. Well, it could kill the Tyranitar, obviously, but it did what, like 50-ish%
It was like 50,
last game. So
60%.
yeah, this seems pretty safe here, unless it could be like a strong Dragon move plus Sacred Sword into the Sinistcha slot. Could be a way for Slushy to kill before you get the Trick Room set up, but then your Tyranitar's basically laughing because it's getting to Rock Slide and it's doing, 75% to the Qianpao and putting the Dragapult in range of a Stiff Breeze.
Right.
But yeah, Dragon Darts is not going to get any KOs this turn, and
Barely lived.
just barely.
And thank God for the citrus, or I died of my own sand. Something. I feel like sand has bit me more times this season than it's actually helped.
Yeah, that's kind of a live by the sand, die by the sand kind of situation, but yeah. Beefy Rock Slides, even at -2, Shadow Ball into the Ghost type. And Slushy is defeated. That's 2 lower seed upsets in two matches
I was
for
very
you and me.
happy with that one. It took a lot of prep to make sure that I had that sealed up, but Slushy played really well, and he played really well with the regional today. Look at that, day 2. That's insane.
Oh, nice. Well done,
Yeah,
Slushy.
I don't know how he's
Awesome.
doing on day 2, but I'm
I
sure
mean,
he's doing
well,
great.
also well done, Slushy, in the season, right? Like
Yeah,
an
yeah, like second seed
extremely
is
consistent drafter over the
yeah.
last several seasons.
Hmm.
The
Good stuff.
reigning
Making
uh,
good use of Pao specifically after we decided that his team from last season was illegal, and he picked Pao again and made a different team that still worked with it.
yeah, that lived though at 3%. Like I thought there was not a chance that Dragon Darts plus Sacred Sword would KO, and it seems like there was a chance.
Yeah, it was closer
Like
than I was expecting.
yeah, but
But happy we lived there, just barely.
yeah,
I'm sure
that's a
that was
nice one.
I haven't counted
Well
that, but I
done.
guarantee it.
Congratulations to you. Also moving on to the
Thank you.
semifinals, and we've got two matches left, I believe. Oop,
Alrighty.
pulling it up there a little quick. So we actually already saw the which 6 mons got brought there. But
Mhm.
alrighty, so we got Sly versus Electric. The gray team versus the pick one Regieleki team.
Yeah, the really really fast team.
Or was it
That's
pick
gets
one?
out.
Was it round one or round two?
It was. I
Regieleki.
think it was round 1. I want to say it was
And
round
then
1.
Ogre Pawn round two, or
Yeah.
vice versa. But either way, the world's stocks are low on Regieleki, but Sly's are still high.
Mhm. The fastest mon in the world that still gets outsped by Fluttermane, which unfortunately, Electric's the one person who's got Fluttermane. So
That's the
interested to see
one
how this
Fluttermane
works
Sly
out.
would have to come up against. Not a rematch, correct?
I don't
The
believe so.
the Red Jolteon J Star or
I
was
think
the only
yeah, I think that was the only
that was
one.
the only rematch, right? Yeah. So we've got Sly's team of very scary fast stuff versus Electric's Sun Mode and
Booster.
Rage Powder.
Yeah.
So I mean, we did see it a little bit. So we do see the Arctobax is coming on Electric's side.
Yeah. Definitely interesting to see what it does here. I was not expecting that. All right, you want to jump into it?
Yeah, let's get it pulled up. Let's churn through this a little quickly. We do have two more matches still to get through, but
Veluza showing up on
all right.
Electric
So
side as
Veluza and
well.
Arctobax. So no Ninetales
Mm-hmm.
and no no Probopass. Snorunt was
No
never
Nimble.
coming. No Nimble. True. And all right, let's see how this
Do you
goes.
see Regieleki or Morgrim on lead? My bets are yes. But we'll find out shortly.
Yeah, I would think one of those two definitely, right?
Yeah. Urshifu makes sense. Fluttermane. Oh, lots of pressure right off the bat.
Yeah.
Hey, look at those.
Just
Round 1
big
and round 2.
damage and
Booster
proto
speed is-
speed. Yeah, booster speed.
Yeah. You have to do that, right?
Pretty safe. Yeah, just protect. Sucker punches, dude. Surprising damage. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's Urshifu. It's very strong, but like Terra Fairy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's maybe good info for Sly that it doesn't kill it from. Oh,
Oof.
what a brutal start.
so this
Oh,
does
wait.
pretty much
Yeah.
lock. Yeah, that was into Urshifu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It does pretty much lock Electric into sucker punching
Mm-hmm.
with this Urshifu or just dying, right?
Yeah.
We do see the protect coming out here turn 2, but yeah, sucker punch for big damage,
So much
moonblast
damage.
into the protect,
Slowly.
and play rough is going
There
to
we
finish
go.
off. Yeah, the one that should have died last turn, but
Right.
I mean, I say should have, but only 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Play rough's a good move, even
Most of the time. So
Yeah.
what is Veluza doing here? That is the question. Is it Terra Electric? Terra Dragon? That's all I can see. Otherwise, I just see
yeah,
this erased
could
off
be
the battle.
Terra Dragon could be like it could just be like, well, it's not outspeeding Regieleki with a scarf, so scarf doesn't really even make sense there. But maybe like Terra Water Aqua Jet try and just pick up a KO on
We'll have
something.
to see.
I mean, it doesn't
I
get
feel
the sharpness
Fluttermane feels
boost, and it
ready.
is
Yeah.
sharpness because
Oh, it is sharpness.
it didn't announce Mold Breaker, but
Right.
big damage on Moonblast there.
Ooh,
And yeah,
there we
just
go.
Aqua Cutter,
Spark
sharpness
or
boost,
a
two
slow
KOs.
ogre
All
pond.
right. Terra Ghost says, no fake
Yep.
outs.
Try again.
And
Moonblast
Moonblast takes it to
almost erases
Sash.
Groudon.
Woo!
Look at that. Wow, that's a really
Lives the
first of
knockoff.
all, huge live and super bulky Berserker. Just finish up the Crawdon there.
Finish
And I
that
feel like
off.
Berserker.
Big gyro ball
Ugh.
damage. But yeah,
Yeah,
this full strength
I don't
Sandy
think it
Shocks
finishes
is
up
gonna.
a. Yeah.
Yeah, not a chance. Did get
All right.
the double protect on the Fluttermane at the end
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think
But,
that game goes a bit differently if Play Rough doesn't miss, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think so too. Because then the Ogre Pond doesn't have 60% taken off it with that
And it
second
definitely
sucker
doesn't go down to
punch,
Aqua Cutter.
and then it's not dying to the to the Aqua
Loser.
Cutter, and
Yeah.
but we take those.
Yeah.
As a league, we are too apologetic of RNG generally.
Mhm.
So I've started getting snarky at it when the
Yeah.
RNG goes in my favor.
Mhm.
But all right, game 2. I don't know that there's going to be a huge lead change from either player, right? Like Electroweb is still a very reasonable thing for Sly to want to do
Right. And I don't
on
see.
turn 1.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not
I
setting a
definitely
trick
don't see
room with
Haxorus
anything.
showing up. Yeah. Maybe switch
So-
out Berserker for Morgrim in the back. Who knows? But if you do that, your damage
we'll
is kind
see.
of low. We'll see.
So we've got
Veluza's
Fluttermane
here.
and Veluza in the lead this
Oh, we
time.
do see Morgrim.
In the Morgrim lead this time. All right. So, going before the booster speed Fluttermane.
Yeah, because Prankster.
Oh, that's Barry. Oh, I was thinking that the Veluza
Yeah.
was using
the
the
fastest
light
thing
screen.
alive.
Yeah. I was like,
Light screen.
what
Yeah.
is happening? Yeah. Okay, that makes much more sense.
Yeah. Light screen, good play. You got to make sure you live that. But it doesn't help.
Oh man,
Wow. That's something.
that's a crit that matters for sure.
That's a lot of damage, friend. All right. That's okay. Ogrepon's going to make it happen.
Ooh,
Just
maybe it's
kidding.
not.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. Holy smokes. All right.
And then
Regieleki's a good mon.
I mean, Urshifu could just sucker punch forever at this point. I mean, it's
Yeah.
light screen that's up, not reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Terra Dragon, interesting. Yeah, put it to Sash even through light screen.
Oh, I guess it's not 4 times effective anymore. And that is a game that ended
that's
much
gonna be
quicker than I think any of us would have thought.
That's gonna be a quick one. Wild Charge,
Is it-
not even quite getting the KO there.
Yeah, that's brutal. Well, GG.
Yep.
It happens.
Yeah, we had a couple of turn 4 matches in these sets here, but yep, another. Is that another
I think it is another upset, yeah.
upset? Right. Yep, it is another upset. So feels like it's not great to be a top seed
Yeah,
in the
evidently.
Teal Spring division.
Let's see if and I mean, yeah, we have our next matches, which is 5 and 7, so top seeds are
Let's take a quick look at these
basically gone.
pastes. Sly, we've got so we had the mix on the
A lot of Spadef.
on the Regieleki with a lot of Spadef.
Mm-hmm. Wargrim makes sense.
And then the Ivy Cudgel, obviously Hornleech, Play Rough. Play Rough, I think, is the only move we saw out of Ogre Pawn.
Ooh, I like the
obviously.
Berserker, the Iron Ball Rain Dance for Chrono to underspeed it, guaranteed. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, and 2 Rain Dances here as well. And then
All right.
Yeah.
I guess Sly was definitely prepping around Ninetales, which
I
unfortunately
love
didn't.
I love having a steal move on a Pokemon that isn't Berserker when you have a Berserker.
Yeah.
Because like people draft Berserker as a cheap-ish fake out with good
hmm
resistances,
Right.
but I think it's a Steely Spirit support mon for steel type attacks.
Right. You gotta, if you treat it like Stone Trainer, you're gonna get a lot more results out of it.
Yeah, so but reasonable Pokemon to pick regardless. Because also it's a cheap fake out with good
Right.
resistances. Okay, so it was Scarf Veluza, but
Mhm. Final Gambit's awesome. I literally didn't know that one had that. I haven't done any research into
Max HP
Fallujah.
Final Gambit. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So Banded. So it was
Yeah,
only
that's
ever
about some
Click and Sucker
damage.
Punch in that
hmm
game one anyway. We never saw the Arctobax come. We never saw the Pavilion come. But more or less. Oh, Quiver Dance actually. Quiver Dance
Ooh,
Sash with one attacking move. All right,
yeah,
I'll take that.
I like it.
Can't get faked out, so you're
hmm
always going to get your dance up. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
double into it to kill it, like anyway.
hmm
Yeah,
Good stuff.
could have been pretty cool. Swords Dance, I like that. Alrighty, last one.
Last match of the night. Who we
Bone
got?
versus Dan,
Nice.
and we've got.
This is a matchup I was waiting to see.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because yeah,
The
no,
Bohm's Ice team has. I mean, I guess Ice is good in draft now.
yeah, like the other on the in the other conference we saw the snow matchups, but this is Bohm's team is not a snow team. It's just an ice team. So much ice firepower, and it's taken him so far. Like this
Yeah,
is the best. I think this is probably collectively the best any of these Pokemon
Blizzard.
have done.
Yeah, this is a lot
You
of
know what I
Pokemon
think?
that have been not respected in the past, right?
hmm Yeah,
Articuno, Sandslash Alola.
hmm
He brought Whiscash once or twice, right?
I
Obama
think so.
Snow.
I think
Yeah,
Obama Snow won in BDSP, but that's a whole other. It's a lifetime ago.
yeah, that's a whole different. That's basically a different game.
hmm
Uh, no Assault Fest, no Eviolite.
Right.
It's
What are you
it's
doing?
a whole different world.
Hail? Okay.
Yeah, also hail and not snow.
hmm
All right, versus the Mouse Ape versus the
Yeah.
fast rain mode.
Did you play Dan in the regular season?
I did not play Dan in the regular season.
Well,
I
that's
did play Bohm though,
okay.
and got
Yeah.
wrecked. You and Bohm both wrecked me.
Yeah,
Absolutely
Bulb's
crushed
team
by
is
both of
a
you.
little bit overwhelming. Dan's team is also overwhelming. I got stomped by him too. Having Zoroark on a team like that is so scary when there's like two big monster threats that you have to be aware of: Annihilate and Barraskewda, and it's so hard to play around it correctly when you know one
Yeah,
of
and
them's could
any
be
of them
fake.
could really be Zoroark.
Right. Yeah. But
We do have the Lava Plume Doxbun, which has Dan brought at all
I
this
I don't
season?
remember
I don't
unless I'm forgetting a week. I don't
I
think he
don't
did.
think so, but maybe. I don't know. But I mean, maybe this is the week versus
Yeah.
the Ice team.
I do think that Bohm is probably just going to show up and click Blizzard over and over and over, and a freeze dry to just delete Pelipper, and then
Yeah,
set up your hand. Maybe set up your snow
Glaive
after
Rush to
that.
kill something, Blizzard to kill
Right.
everything else.
So
Of
I'd like to
course,
see
you
how.
could just as easily say Liquidation to kill something, Rage Fist to kill everything else,
Right.
or
Do we,
Pop Bomb to kill everything else, or
do we see? Yeah. Do we see
or
Terra Ice Annihilate? That's a question.
Terra Rock, Loaded Dice, Rock Blast
Right.
on uh, on Bonnet, something like
hmm
Dan's got also a scary team and also Wigglytuff, which is doo-doo trash, terrible Pokemon. Stop drafting it, all of you. Stop drafting it.
Let's see.
Um,
Maybe Wigglytuff is the key to this
Alrighty.
matchup. It doesn't
So,
look like Wigglytuff's the key. Who could have thought?
oh, good work, Dan. Not bringing Wigglytuff.
Wow. So this is like the full snow squad minus
It sure is, right?
Sandslash. And you
Well,
even have chilly reception.
not the full Snow Squad because no Sandslash, but other than that, yeah, and yeah, pretty much the 6 from Anne that we were talking about. Maybe it is.
I don't have anything else.
Maybe it is Rock Blast, Loaded Dice, Terra
That
Rock.
would look pretty good here. We'll see.
Seems pretty good. If we can get it under a tailwind with Pelipper, if we got a stew going.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's run it back.
So,
Second to last game of the night.
and Mousehold. Started off
Right,
versus potentially Tailwind, or this gets like Heat Wave and stuff.
This gets
Festivity
everything.
gets so many good moves.
I love Festivity.
So Protect from the
Who's
Mousehold.
another
Protect out of the Festivity.
All right, everybody's waiting out.
Everybody's just says.
Is this the real Annihilate or is this the Zoroark turn? And it looks like it's the real Annihilate.
It's the real Annihilate. Beat up, Tailwind, Glaive Rush. Ooh,
Something's just
you chose maybe poorly.
Something is leaving the battlefield.
Alrighty. We got
Drive.
a very fast
It is Terra Ice. Look at that.
Terra Ice.
Hydro
Excellent.
does not do much. Are we gonna get a poison? A poison could be huge on Annihilate. Doesn't look like it though. And Bundle.
Yeah, Bundle
nothing
goes
lives.
down.
The Rage Fist did that much damage.
Well, these are two special attackers, but I was gonna say the Terra Ice is rough there. Aqua Jet, we're down to a 3v1 here. But,
Yeah, I haven't done the calc,
good now.
But I don't think Abomasnow lives the Rage Fist.
Yeah, it seems unlikely, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
just kidding.
Sash.
I've been wrong before.
But Pelipper gets to move also.
Pelipper isn't Pelipper Dan's kill leader?
Probably. I think so. Yeah. I think that's the case. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right. Another relatively quick one. 5 turns. What does Bone want to do here? I think Bone might want to try and
be more. I think he needs to be more aggressive on the Annihilate. I think if he does that, that's a whole different game.
Yeah, makes sense. And for the most part, you can treat Zoroark and Annihilate the same or same-ish on lead, right? Like if it's Annihilate, but it's really a Zoroark, you can more or less treat it the same way. I mean, you can't. You would be pointing a fake out at it anyway, but
if you do something with a spread move and a big attack, it'll deal with it.
Yeah.
And in this kind of matchup, Mousehold's probably not going for population bomb stuff.
Alrighty, so Annihilate and Mousehold and Baxcalibur.
Hey,
so the same leads for both, and
are we
looks
doing the
like
same
we
kind of
see
turn?
a little bit of the same. Dan's just going for it, turn 1.
Or are we going to see a Tailwind here right off the bat?
And a Tailwind,
Yeah,
yep.
that makes sense.
Rage Fist into the Protect.
Bohm is on his A game now.
Follow me, but spread moves. Yeah, Glaive Rush finishes off, and then the Rage Fist is going to kill whatever it targets. Yep. Barraskewda comes in. The Iron Bundle comes in. Might see a... No, I was going to say... Oh, yeah, here it comes. Yep,
the switch order. That really bit Bohm.
Freeze Dry down to Sash.
It's going to freeze, maybe?
And close combat. Doesn't quite kill. Build your own Sash. Terra Dragon is nice. Yeah, Bundle just wanting to stay alive here against that Aqua Jet. Snowscape.
Manual Snow.
But the Tailwind comes up.
That's unfortunate.
Aqua Jet not doing much into that Pheasantipity. Scuda dies to the Rocky Helmet on
Helmet Pheasantipity is a good bring here.
Pheasantipity. And
the only
Weather Ball Ice Weather Ball into the Terra Dragon Abomasnow.
Wow. Weather Ball, that's my favorite move. I love Weather Ball.
That's a nice 60% there. 2 turns of Tailwind is...
Okay, that's good.
Is a Blizzard. No, doesn't get to...
That won't be it.
Bundle probably protects this turn to stall out the Tailwind, but yeah, the Rage Fist just gets to delete the Pheasantipity.
It's either a double protect or nothing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so it looks...
Bundle's going to get another kill here, but
Dan
Annihilate finishes it off, and Dan moves on.
Wow, I think every single match in this conference was an upset, because Dan was 6, and Bum was 5. Wow.
Yep. Four upsets. We don't have Bohm's paste, but we do have Dan's here. So, Assault Vest, Rock Slide we never saw, but we saw... Oh, we never saw Brick Break either, actually. We just saw Drain Punch and Rage Fist.
Yeah, that's all
and
you need.
And then Follow Me and Beat Up and Protect we saw. Helping Hand as a 4th makes sense.
Weather Ball was huge. Loved that.
Weather Ball was huge. Well, we never saw Wide Guard. But
yeah, that's a good break for Pheasantipity, though. And all the Blizzard spam.
And all the Blizzard spam, yeah.
Terra
Uh,
Ices.
almost the same set
Yeah.
that Tsukaba brought.
Mm-hmm.
Main differences being one shot healing over leftovers instead of citrus berry,
Mm-hmm.
and substitute instead of rage powder. Different Terra types as well, obviously,
Yeah.
but very similar. The sash we did see. Zoroark never came, but
It doesn't even need to show up to make an impact.
seems like it would have been scary. But
Awesome. So
alrighty,
that is the quarterfinals. So it is
and
semifinals week.
I have not been keeping track of it as we go, so I don't know all the matchups right now. I don't
Nope.
know what it is, but
We'll get that out later tonight
yep,
or
we'll
tomorrow
post them
morning.
out and and see what's up. But
Sweet.
rock and roll, poppin'.
Thanks for
This
having
was a
me.
lot of
Appreciate
fun,
it, man. Yeah. Love
and
these high stakes matches.
boy, they
Keep
sure all
bringing out
are.
the best of the
Well
best.
done in your match, by the way.
Thank you, and you and yours.
Alrighty. Any crazy stuff in the chat here that we need to address?
Let's see.
Did we say anything egregiously wrong? I have not really been paying attention to it.
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Hans Luna should be illegal.
Yep. Dave's right. Abomasnow was on the logo.
Abomasnow was on the.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
So
out in just a
definitely.
little bit, Electric, and let you know.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta look at all of them. But alrighty, poppin'.
Alrighty.
I
Thanks
think
for tuning in, everybody.
it's about that time. Enjoy the
Yep.
rest of your evening, and
You as well.
peace.
Adios.